Hi everybody, welcome back to part 14 of the ARTF Wot4 build. Today we'll be fitting the servos into the wings that control the aileron surfaces. It really is quite an easy task to do, won't take you more than half an hour. If I zoom in, you can see the servo that I'm using and the pocket that it goes into. You'll notice that I've already pre-drilled the 4 screw holes that hold the servo in position. This is purely for when we screw the servo in, it doesn't split the wood open. You'll notice a piece of string that's been attached to the servo wire. This string's already in position when you buy the model, and it's just purely an aid to pull the wiring through to the center of the wing. You'll need to put an extension lead onto your servo, which I've done, and I've used a locking device on the joint so that that joint can't come apart. I really strongly advise you use some sort of locking device, or at the very least wrap some insulation tape around that joint, because that is one of the joints that you'll never ever see again until you crash the model, no doubt. Obviously if this comes apart, your servo isn't going to work for your ailerons, and hey ho, you're going to be crashing your model. So I'd strongly advise you use those. If you take a look at the other side, I've already put the servo in position. I've screwed it in with my 4 Allen screws, and I'm now about to set up the control rod and cut it off to the length. I do this the same sort of way as I did the rudder, by clamping some scrap wood across the surface of the wing, just to hold that aileron into its central position. As you can see there, it's perfectly flush. Now coming to the control linkage itself, you can see what I've done is I've wrapped some masking tape around the wire, so you can see the mark that I've put on. That mark is about 1 metal diameter thickness towards the right of the hole in the servo. So when I put my pliers up to that line and I bend that up at 90 degrees, that is going to line up with the hole. I've also put the adjustment of the clevis right in the middle of the screw thread there, so I've got an even amount adjustment both ways to set that surface up nice and true. So all we've got to do on this is to bend that up at 90 degrees. That'll go through the whole of the servo, and then we will put the plastic keeper on, which is here, over the top, and that'll secure it in position. Hope that clarifies things as far as the wing's concerned, and I hope you come back to the next video when we'll be cutting the cowling around the engine and just generally finishing off the model for flight. Okay folks, thanks very much for watching.